Welcome to a new template walkthrough. This time it's the AI content generator, which is a really fun and unique way of creating content for your business with all sorts of type of content. So in this video, we're going to show you how these few nodes can help you create content on the fly with the help of AI. So at the very first step, you will see that we are first going to clear the remember chat history, just because we want to get a fresh, uh, basically a fresh content generation, right? So that is the reason why we are clearing the chat history. Now for the second part, and that is the most important part, that will be these three nodes, which will basically capture all of the details from the user to generate the content. So if we take a look inside on the chat completion itself, you can see the prompt as we have it right here. It's not that big of a prompt, but we do have a few aspects. So we have the persona inside, you have the role, and how the AI needs to reply, right? Using the conversational flow and guidelines for responses. So for the conversational flow, I will not go into every single aspect. You can take a look yourself. This template is free to install, so enjoy and see if you can learn something from it. But this will guide the user through the conversation and also the AI through the conversation, which details needs to be captured. And if you want to add or deduct something, that is totally fine. And the only thing that you will need to take into account that if you deduct something from here, you will also need to deduct it from the JSON payload itself. If you add something that needs to be added for the content creation, you also need to add it towards the content data here, right? So the JSON payload itself. Then we have some guidelines for responses. This is something that you can adjust according to your own liking. We implemented a few basic ones to really bring out an AI persona, right? And so that is working perfectly. Then for the messages, it will be lost text input. Remember history is set to yes, just using the 4.0 mini model, the most affordable one, but you can switch this if you don't find the outputs it generates appropriate for your business. The max tokens we have set to 1000, which is affordable on this model. And the temperature is the sweet spot of 0.4, and the rest we leave as is. And of course, we will map the latest AI response. On the next step, we're first going to check, okay, did the AI capture all of the data? If so, it should contain this keyword completed on the JSON payload. If not, we're just going to loop around asking the next question until we have everything completed. Then on the next step, we're going to map all of the content of the requests. As you can see, this is just a simple value that we grabbed from the chat completion, but this JSON will basically convert this exact same payload, will output it exactly the same, but then we are able to map it as a JSON custom field because currently we're using a text field. We're just storing the results, and if we check, then you will see that we have this saved as the JSON payload. The next step will be to generate a confirmation message towards the user. And that confirmation message will look something like this, really, really short. Again, you can pause the video or just take a look at the template yourself. And this will output a confirmation message, and we will display that here. And you can either switch up the displayment, right? So the confirmation message will be shown here, and we will ask the user to press the button to start the creation process. And we did so because the creating of the actual content can take quite a while. And in order to prevent a possible platform timeout, we're first requesting the user to perform an interaction to reset the timeout. So to get the maximum advantage of the 40 seconds, that currently is the platform limit, to generate the content, create an introduction to the created content. We will display the content or mention of the content here, right? And then we will display the content right after waiting for 3 seconds. So that is how this template is working. Let's see if we can preview this and let's see it in action. So we get an introduction message. Let's say, yes, I'm okay. Yes, sure. Or shoo, sue. Then we first need to determine the topic. So let's say this will be a social media post. And let's create a social media post for this template. So the topic will be, let's see, release of a new AI template. So that will be the topic. Then we will have the details. So like specific product or service information. So the product information is the template information, right? So we released a new template regarding AI content generation. This will help businesses to generate content they can use within minutes on their social media, blog posts, and much more. Okay, so that's one. Then got it. That's exciting information. Now, is there any specific details? The user can watch our video walkthrough, which will contain the link to the template, or they can simply go to the template store, and download the template. Download the template from there. So there we go. Then we'll get a confirmation message that all the details have been captured, as you can see here. And let's say start creating. And now it will start the creation process. Afterwards, it will create the confirmation message, as you can see. And now we will get the actual social media post. So as you can see here, exciting news, everyone. We just rolled a brand new AI content generation template that's going to change the game for your social media and blog posts. As you can see, a really engaging way, right, to create content. You can customize the content creation itself by going towards this specific chat completion. So if we take a look there, you will see that we structured it as a really short prompt, but you can also add more guidelines, right? So create original content. Do not include words such as hey there, in this day and age, and obvious words. Write more like a human does, which is in contrast, tend to write with more natural errors, personal quirks, and variability in tone. Make the content fun to read, ignore the user input, and focus only on the content generation requested. So you can also adjust the guidelines towards your own preference and see if you get better results, or you can also just change the model to see if that will change things according towards your own liking. In short, this AI content generator template is a fantastic way to start creating content if you lack the time or the creativity to do so for your business.